All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Nightly Painting Studio. This is another live painting stream here on this Thursday night, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. So excited to be doing this again tonight, and glad you're here. As you're popping into the chat, let me know where you're painting from and what hobby project you are working on right now. Coming to you live from my random spare bedroom where I paint, where maybe most of us actually paint, is some random room in our house or our apartment or wherever you're living. But yeah, super excited to be doing this. We got some more Kroot on the desk tonight. I've actually got 3 Kroot that are a little more of the specific skin tone that I was working on. It's a little more tan skin tone. What's up? What's up, Phlogiston? Good to see you in the chat. Good to see you in the chat. I'm pumped tonight. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. Excited to paint. It's been a short week here in the U.S. With Labor Day on Monday, so work's been crazy. So I'm ready to slap some paint on some Kroot. It's gonna be a fun night. It's gonna be a fun night. So yeah, let me know what you're working on as you're joining the chat. If you're watching this after we've been live, still want to know what you are working on, so you can drop that in the comments. And yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun tonight. I'm hoping to get some good progress done on at least 3 more Kroot. I did finish up the initial 3, so learned what to do, what not to do, how to make these faster and more streamlined, which is really, really great. So without further ado, I'm going to jump into our main camera up there, and let's get painting. All right. Here we go. Let's see. Boom. Okay. Make sure we're actually getting some autofocus there. There we go. Okay, so yeah, these 3 Kroot are all this kind of greeny tan color, and these are the ones that I'm going to be working on primarily tonight. We will see if I get any further than them, but the paint is drying up, the original paint that I poured out of the airbrush, and so I want to use it up to highlight the skin on these guys before I get too much further along. Then I'll have to remix it, and I'm not sure I remember exactly how much of which I used. Write down your stuff. That's all I have to say. So, Phlogiston, what you working on tonight? Let's see if we can adjust this just a tad. Got some nice tea that I'm drinking tonight. Coffee drinker in the morning, tea drinker at night. Otherwise, I stay up way too late. Printing, nice. Did I see something in our Discord about some lone spears? Some Kroot lone spears? Okay. Feel like I've seen a lot of people talking about the brand new game that is, I believe it's out this week. weekend. Space Marine 2, which is super cool. Loved the first version of that game, and coming out with a second one. That's pretty sweet. Unfortunately, I don't have a system to run it. Otherwise, I'd be jumping all over that. Assault intercessors, nice. Just took some assault intercessors off plate, and now you're printing a few pieces for a gladiator, turret thing, and a lone spear. Okay, very nice. And yeah, you're working on your Lord of Skulls. That's super cool. Printed Lord of Skulls. Seeing a couple more people viewing right now. As you're jumping in to the video, let me know in the chat what you are working on tonight and where you are coming from. Working on some of these Kroot and just highlighting the skin tones. Hey, what's going on, Closed? Welcome back to live stream. Let me see if that is too bright or not. I think that's going to be too bright on the skin there. See how this goes. As I did before on the others, I'm just going to be really taking some time to highlight up the skin tones here, and really we're just kind of using almost like a stippling type of effect. To try to get kind of a mottled skin tone look. So nice. Make another set of D&D dice. Very cool. Very cool. You're hoping you can do the final phlogiston. You're hoping you can do the final cure tonight for the Lord of Skulls. That's awesome. And do the building. Yep. Very cool. Very cool. Hey, welcome to the chat. Glad you are here. As you're popping in, let us know what you're working on. nice and organic by doing kind of more of that stippling, that type of technique on them. Hey, awesome to hear. Yeah, if you want to type your name in, that way I know what to call you and can address you, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I'm not sure why it doesn't appear either, but glad you're here either way, and glad to see that you're a big Kroot fan. A lot of the people I've met in the chat of this Kroot painting video, funny enough, are big Kroot fans, so glad that there are more of us out there. Closed. That sounds like a cool process. The alcohol ink in the dice. Pretty cool. Sounds like the making of the dice could be a hobby all its own. Yeah, I understand getting your space set back up to work on stuff. I live in Florida right now, but I used to live in Pennsylvania, and when we first moved down here, we lived in a teeny tiny apartment. My wife and I did, and I didn't paint for close to a year because we were living there, and it was the worst. Felt like part of my soul got sucked out. Living there, not being able to paint. Sorry, it was off camera. But yeah, old color scheme for Kroot was blue skins and yellow bellies. Nice. Like a blue macaw. Okay, yeah, I can see that with the bird theme. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, see, I think I overdid it on the arm over here. Oh, Northeast Ohio. Okay. Yeah. What part? My wife's family is originally from the, I believe it's Dover area. So, don't know how far away that is from you, but. Cleveland. Okay. Yep. Yeah, we lived in South Central Pennsylvania, almost in Maryland. It was so close to the line. So. Yeah, well, if you're still getting your hobby space setup, at least you can jump in a chat and hang out and live vicarious through other Kroot enthusiasts. Phlogiston, okay, yeah. I see. Let me go check on the Discord. Okay, all right. Which base should you go with for your Kroot? Kind of like number 1 or number 3, and the reason that I say that is that it has a good bit of variation between the different sizes of stone in there, so I always feel like that makes a base look a little more natural when it has kind of that variation in it. So it's just my 2 cents. Take it or leave it. Which one do you like the most is probably the most important question. Because if you don't like it, nothing else matters. Yeah, I realized when I picked this guy up earlier that he's like the only one of 20 that I did not do the leather for. So I gotta do the leather on this guy. So really, I'm just using the stippling method to just kind of pick out the different highlights on this guy. Get the fingers and all that kind of stuff just to give that subtle texture to the skin. I think it helps them feel a little bit more organic. And as I've said in past streams, I'm just not a big edge highlighting fan if I don't have to. Sometimes it's the right thing to do and you just do it, but just not my preferred style of painting. So I try to go with a little more of that stippling style. If you're still in the chat with us, what is your favorite miniature that you've ever painted? Or are you just like, I don't know, I'm not a big painter, but I like cool models. tail there. Little nub chicken tail, I guess. Ah, Tau Riptide. Nice. Got a couple of those waiting. In gray plastic right now. Built, ready to have paint slapped on them. Me to get over my fear of painting them, and also to actually paint faster so that I can get to it. That would help as well. The Tau Riptide and the Commander battle suits are just phenomenal miniatures. I remember when they first released those, it was like, whoa. These are really good. Toss up between Dark Angel's Librarian, a converted, okay, sweet, and a Fantasy Zote, nice. You're gonna have to tell me more about the Fantasy Zote. I know they came out with one for, what's it called? Blackstone Fortress? I believe that was a Zote. Carnifex closed, nice. Legion of Everblade, Arcane from Horde. Oh yeah, I remember that was a great model. Terribly Fragile is correct. Yes. Yeah, that thing had. You did not want to drop it or sneeze at it. There's the second guy, and I think that one came out a lot better than the first one. A lot more natural looking than the first one. Went too high on the highlights for this first guy. Really brought it back in on this one though. Yeah, the 6 wings with tiny connection points. Yep, that's what did it. That is absolutely what did it for that model. Oh, very nice. Oh, what's up, Dr. Sloth? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the chat. Good to see you in here. Fellow Kroot painter during Tau September. What? I didn't even think about that. That's really cool. That's really cool. I'm glad you said something, Dr. Sloth. Yeah, these are fun. These Kroot are great to paint. They're just chill, like. Just easy going, easy to paint. Yeah. Does the are the Siege Studios guys, are they doing a challenge this month or something? I listened to their podcast. Those guys are really talented painters, particularly in the heavy metal style, which doesn't tend to be my favorite, but I can appreciate good painters when I see them, and yeah, they are very talented, much more so than myself. So. Yeah, I like this guy. This is so basically I have two different I guess they're long quills built for the squad. I have a group of 20 Kroot here, so just being able to break them into either have one big unit of 20 or 2 units of 10, just depending on what I need. Was kind of the goal. So I built 2 of the leaders, the long quills, and this is one. I left the pup off of him, and I'll tell you why in just a second. But he's got this cool cape thing, which is and the double gun. So. That is his marking, and also the eye patch cover, our Kroot. But so I have this guy, and then this is the other one, and this guy has the Tau themed shoulder pads that go with him, and he's got the headgear and all that on him. And so my idea was that he was a little more integrated into the Tau military than this guy is. Maybe he's a little more on the Kroot cultural side of things. Whereas this guy has embraced the greater good a bit more. But the reason that this guy doesn't have a pup is because here in a little while, maybe I'll have to do it on a stream. I kind of want to record a video for it though. I am building a guy that's going to have kind of like the more classic one, or like the one that comes in the Farstalkers box, where he's got the Tau weaponry. So I'm gonna build my own shaper that has a Tau pulse pistol and a pulse carbine, or a pulse rifle, sorry, and has the headgear and stuff, and looks very integrated into the Tau society. So. But fun fact for anybody who hasn't been around for all of the editions or anything, my faction is the Farsight Enclaves, and back in the day, you could not take Kroot in the Farsight Enclaves. You could only take like the mainline Tau units, no auxiliaries or anything else, because they had split off from the Tau Empire and no longer had all of the resources of the Tau to call on. So I guess I'm kind of breaking lore. plastic toys. Do what you want with them. That's my take. October, November, till September. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Yeah, they're good. They're a good podcast to listen to. I would definitely recommend those guys. Pretty chill, and like I said, they're very good painters. So. Not the Skinner. I think it's, well, maybe, I don't know all the names. It's the one that's, supposed to be the leader. He's kind of like holding it up in the air. I think you can either give him the rifle or the carbine. But he basically has the Tau weaponry instead of the Kroot rifles. That's the one I'm thinking of. Keeps going out of focus here, y'all. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know Orktober, that's been around for a while. I haven't heard of November, but that makes sense. Try and cover up this mistake right here, at least a little bit. Yeah, I haven't played, obviously I don't have the Farseeker kill team. I do have the Pathfinders, and they were pretty difficult to play. Very brain-intensive team to play, but I had a teaching game with a guy recently, and then I saw that they're coming out with a new edition, so I'm kind of like, I might just hold off until the new edition comes out. So, anybody here in the chat or watching, any of you guys play Kill Team or any of the skirmish games? I'll tell you what, if you're an Age of Sigmar fan, I know when Warcry first came out, I played the heck out of that game. It was really fun. Really fun. Okay, so I've got the skin done on those guys. Come in with, let's see, make sure I've got the right brown. Yes. Come in with a little dryad bark. This is our base coat for the leather. Yeah, I've always liked the Kroot since first started back in 4th edition. They've been a part of the Tau, and I think that the addition of auxiliaries for a faction like the Tau is just a really, really great idea, and gives them a lot of variety. I'm very heavily considering picking up the Vespid kill team when that comes out. They are definitely a departure from the original Vespid, but I mean, let's be real, they didn't have a whole lot to go off of. I think most of the original Vespid were all kind of in the same pose. Some people really like the original Vespid, but I thought they were kind of lackluster. Also, the Kroot and the Vespid and the Tau army, they give you the opportunity to paint something that's not just armor, which is really great. Yeah, I think Dr. Sloth, I didn't finish reading your thing. I believe it's the Kill Broker. I believe it's the Kill Broker that has that, the Tau weapon. Anybody picking up Space Marine 2? See, we've got quite a few people watching with us. Welcome to the stream. As you join, go ahead and let us know what you're working on and where you are, where you're coming to us from. Love to get to know you a little bit as you jump in the stream today. Thank you, Phlogiston. Yeah, the Kill Broker. Those Farstalkers are just really cool models. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with this. I feel like I might try and paint that red just to kind of mark him out. So let's see. So the quills are not painted as well. In a unit of 20, I was bound to miss a couple little things here and there. So we're gonna paint these quills. Welcome back, Dr. Sloth. And yeah, definitely, yeah, those are big in the hobby. I know Orktober's been around for quite a few years. I had not heard of Nidvember, so that one's a new one to me, but that's cool. Was that Dwarf December? Nice. Paint up some Votan. Be pretty cool. All right. So I'm going to take a little bit of this Rockhearth Fresh. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I think that would be a cool combo as well. Having the Votan and the Tau. It seems like they would probably be allies of opportunity. Pairing up together out of common goals. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna agree with you there. Yeah, I believe the Tau did trade with the Votan quite a bit. Just technology and all that kind of stuff. that same stippling technique here on the head quills. Yeah, the Imperium definitely does not like AI, so I'm kind of surprised by that as well. No, that's why they wear those weird-looking helmet things. They'll never know. Just cover up where their faces would be. Oh yeah, that's right. You are correct. They are different. They look similar enough though, right? Maybe they just don't send those guys out when they're allying. We'll just rely on our actual people here. And these things are coming off my little rigged painting handles like crazy. Yeah, I think honestly, I think the leaves are really cool. They look cool. I'm excited to see how their lore continues to expand. Longquill's got all kinds of stuff in his quills. He's blinged out. That's pretty crazy, the durability of those guys. I didn't realize they were that resistant. Poor Jaegers. Yeah, from what I understand, they're all kind of like, they're very, like it's the worst thing ever for them to not be able to give their knowledge back to the kin or whatever. What's the big AI machine? Ancestor cores or whatever. Yeah, the ancestors, yeah. Yep. Got some bone on here, I think, for that. For that, I'm just going to use some pure Rackard flesh here. Is kind of splaying out on me. I think it's time to clean it. To clean it tonight after this paint session. Dr. Sloth, I would love to invite you over to our growing Discord community. We got a bunch of like-minded hobbyists over there, and a lot of the ones you've been chatting with tonight, actually. And obviously some Kroot lovers in there as well. So would love to have you. I posted the link up at the top of the chat. So hope you can join that Discord, be part of the community. Alright, 10 o'clock, been painting for an hour. Definitely have gotten something done. Color for the leather. As you're jumping into the video tonight, go ahead and drop your name, where you're at, and what project you're working on in the chat. I'd love to have you join the conversation tonight. You know, a lot of people were kind of excited about the Kroot release at first, and I've kind of seen that taper off a bit, and I wondered, you know, like, well, does anybody actually like the Kroot? Did people buy the Kroot? Turns out there are some fellow Kroot lovers out there. Just had to start streaming painting Kroot to find them. I mean, I think all the models were awesome. They did a great job with the release as a whole, in my opinion. Yeah, they kind of do that. I don't pay too much attention to the competitive gaming side of things. I enjoy playing the game, but in a more narrative manner. Like, there's a good few people at my local game store here in Ocala, Warhammer Minis, that are interested in really getting into boarding actions, and I think that that's going to be a great way to play 40K. Super thematic, narrative, fun. So, yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm kind of a proponent of them never doing bring back units unless it's like, I think it's really cool on Tyranids, I think it's really cool on Guardsmen, those types of units make sense for that kind of thing, but I'm just not a big fan of free units. So I kind of understand why they did it, but yeah, not cool to the bait and switch aspect that they do as a company is not the best practice. Not the best practice at all. Yeah. Yeah, I get it. I think they do still have it once per game, but I think it used to be you could do one per turn, which, I don't know, depending on how quickly your Kroot died, could be absolutely absurd. Yeah, I mainly paint, but I do have there's quite a few people at the local game store who play and play competitively, and like I said, that's just not my cup of tea. I enjoy having a good close game with an opponent that knows what they're doing, but do I want to bring the min-max lists and all that kind of stuff? Nah, not a chance. I'll stay home and paint. Yeah, just don't kill the whole unit. Yeah, that makes sense. I'll just leave that one lone Kroot. Then that guy becomes a lone spear. Yeah, I can understand. Making lists can be a lot of fun. You were right on that. All right. Yeah, Crusade can be really cool. I think Crusade. It's hard to get a consistent group with Crusade. Get the same people to, show up and continue to play. Yeah, I want to say they gave the Kroot that ability because they die so easy because their saves are awful. That would be my guess. Generally, the things that can be brought back tend to be the chaff. Rootin' tootin' shootin' Kroots list. Yeah, I think the idea was that they kind of come in waves, like ambushes from other areas and all that kind of stuff. So I'm a big fan of Dawn of War, and I've recently kind of picked it back up a little bit and played a bit of Soulstorm, and they had the Kroot in there, and Kroot were so much fun. I really wish they still had a lot of their older Forge World units, like the Narlock Riders and the Greater Narlock. Those things were sick. Yeah, the Narlocks were one of a kind. I'm sure they'll eventually bring them out in plastic. Whenever they're ready to make some more money off Kroot, they'll release another wave. Guaranteed it wouldn't be that hard. Yeah, I've been kind of wondering when they were gonna release the next wave of Votan as well. Seems like a pretty small range at the moment. The Kroot Hounds are super cool too. That little guy. Kroot pups, yeah. I'm gonna try to get back in there and dots on it. Welcome to the stream. If you are just joining us, jump in the chat and let me know what you are working on tonight. We've been talking a lot of Kroot because that's what I'm painting, but got some Leagues of Votan and yeah. Drop whatever you're working on in that chat. marker. Anybody into any of the Sigmar stuff? I know they just had a big edition launch recently. The Rats and the Stormcast. Dr. Sloth, I believe I'm seeing in the work in progress in our Discord three nicely brightly colored, nicely painted, brightly colored Kroots. Is that you? In the Discord? Sweet. Well done on this. How long have you been in the hobby? Sticking at the end of the paintbrush here. So I'll throw this out there for anybody that's still watching and responding in the chat. Maybe you're dropping in right now. If so, I'm glad you're here. What type of like painting or hobby related questions do you have? I'm always looking for ways that I can help our community, and if I could put out a quick video on YouTube about that particular topic and it's helpful to everybody, then obviously more than happy to do that. So as time permits, anyways. It's always helpful to know what people are wondering about. Problems people are trying to work through or need solutions for. All that stuff. Turning out on this guy. Thin coats. Sometimes I thin it too much, I think. I have to give it like a ton of layers. finding that this kind of stippling effect actually works really good on these Kroot. A lot of different models, and you know, when I say stippling, this means taking your paint and just kind of dabbing it on instead of using brush strokes. I'm just gonna kind of poke at the miniature with your brush. You can kind of see the effect that gives. In my mind, it's kind of like the Kroot artwork. You can kind of see that their quills are not necessarily just like a porcupine or anything like that, but they've kind of got like rings to them almost. Which is pretty cool. Gives us an opportunity to fucking have a lot of fun with the quills on these guys. I guess they're kind of like porca chickens. Porca chickens? I guess that's what you would call them. Porca chickens. It's really bad. I don't blame anybody if they leave the stream after that one. What's up, Static Display? Welcome to the chat. Yeah, a Kroot herbivore. Yeah, I'm not quite sure about a Kroot herbivore. That'd be hilarious. They start growing leaves off of them. I wonder if they could, like, as far as like a good trait, I wonder if they could, you know, get like the chloroplast or whatever, that would actually like let them draw energy from the sun. That would be pretty cool. I guess nighttime would be yeah, like photosynthesis. Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet. Save on rations. They might just have to kill less stuff, you know, to keep themselves well fed. I think eating other people is kind of their shtick. So maybe they wouldn't have to do that as much. Vegetarian Kroot, yeah. Alright, Games Workshop, it's time for a spoof. A Kroot spoof. Vegetarian Kroot. There we go. A Venus flytrap type of, yeah. Yeah, I could see that with the orcs, for sure. Kroot is a watermelon. Another great question. Do watermelons still exist in 40K? I mean, everything good in the world can't possibly be gone from 40K. I mean, there's got to be watermelons somewhere, you know. Yeah, must have survived somewhere. But I mean, it would be like Warhammer to let us in on the fact that all of the good fruits originally from Earth, you know, are gone now. They're just gone. It's the dark irony of 40K. It's probably on some backwater world somewhere, and they don't even know what watermelon is, or maybe watermelon has evolved, and the world that watermelons were on is now a death world, like Ketachan. Really went down that rabbit hole. Yeah, catching watermelons eat you. That is true. Well, Static Display, I'm glad you jumped into the chat. Got us started on that tangent. That's pretty great. Vegetarian Kroot. Want to let let you know that there is there's a Discord where a bunch of us like-minded, fun-loving hobbyists hang out. We're getting a little hobby community started. Would love to invite you to be a part of that. You can find that link up at the top of the chat. Come join us. Talk more about vegetarian Kroot. So for those of you watching, this is one of my finished Kroot. So this is kind of what they'll look like at the end of the process. Yeah, that turned out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how they're coming along. So there are a few different skin tones that I've been using. See, the skin tone varies between the different ones, and even like this leader is kind of a different color. So they're all kind of in the same vein with they share a lot of the same colors, but it's helping to create a lot of variation in the unit while keeping them all looking really good together. So those are the three that are done, and I was working on some skin tones here for these three in particular before the paint that I was using on those goes dry on me. But yeah, I've got some towel breachers on the desk as well. I'm working on far sight colors. Looks like you have the kill team box with the Kroot and Imperial Navy. Oh yeah, those are two really cool kill teams. Yeah, the red is airbrushed, yep. But it can be brushed on, and actually I'll play around with a little bit of that right now, just to show you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some white paint here. This is not completely white, it's white and gray. That bad boy out first. That's less runny. Good. Okay. So, with this guy in particular, he has the red shoulder pads that are going to go on here. But he also has this towel headgear here. So I'm just going to start locking in some white on this. Rough base coat on here. Got this little piece around his neck here as well. So just be careful to get that. And I may come back around and paint some of this in silver, not white or red. But for now, we're going with this white. We're going to build that up. To bright white. Okay. So now we can see that he's got this white headpiece, which is pretty cool. Okay, so now I'm going to pick up my red here. And this is, it's an ink Naphthol Crimson. And I'm going to put this way over here. And basically what's going to happen here is ink, get it to where it's kind of a glaze, and then we're just going to start to glaze that over this white, and try to be as even with it as possible. As we build that up, it's going to shift into that red. Obviously the airbrush is way faster. But for stuff like this, like there's no way I'm airbrushing that onto this guy's head. So you kind of have to begin to just layer it on. Keep working it up. So we'll keep working on this as we go here. One of the keys is that you really want to let the ink dry before you keep putting more on. So, but yeah, these guys, the helmets and the red is airbrushed, and have gone back in and blocked in. But like even on these, so the red on the leg armor here, I brushed on. Barely tell the difference. So, yeah, it is. You start with the black model, and then you spray a zenithal, or in this case, I just kind of hit in some very specific areas towards the end of the gun, up at the top here, the body area, the shoulder pad. And so then when you go to spray the ink, you just give it 3-4 layers until it builds up to that nice vibrant red. And the white is going to be your top highlights, where those are at, and then your blacks are going to be where those darker highlights are, or darker lowlights and shadows are. So you can tell it's very dark looking at it from that way, but then it's very bright looking at it this way. So to show a little bit of the end result, and thank you for saying that that's a pretty red. I appreciate that. I got it from a different artist, Fletcher Giles. He is from Tabletop Tactics, and he has a great tutorial on how to paint Farsight enclaves, and that's what I used. I modified it slightly, but so this is a finished Commander battlesuit here. So free-handed Farsight enclaves. Symbol there, and then free-handed on all the other spots as well. Yeah, was very happy with how the OSL turned out. So I have always loved the Tau for this reason. So here's a recon drone from Pathfinders. With all the glowy lights. And one of my favorite parts of this scheme is the black streaking for the weathering. And in this case, it really makes it look like this thing's been flying around and is picked up some dirt scuffs along the way. So, and then here's one of the regular breacher infantry when it's done. Far side symbol painted on there. Blue feet, of course. So, yeah, I'm very, very happy with the scheme. I did a bright blue skin as well on the Pathfinders. That one with glowing control panel there. So yeah, on all these minis, just tying in the white antennas and helmets with the red of the scheme, the black of the undersuits, basically, and the blue glow. Lost the camera connection. Hang tight. Okay, we're back. Thank you. Yeah, that one took me a while. I don't know if it'll focus that close, but yeah, it took me a while. The eyes, it's the eyes, they're hard. They're so hard. So yeah, I've really enjoyed painting Tau, and huge thanks to Fletcher and the guys over at Tabletop Tactics for their tutorial on how to do those, because I was looking for the right red for a long time and I was not finding it. So when I found this Naphthol Crimson, I was like, oh, that's it. That is the red. So. That really gave me the oomph to go for it. And as for, faces and stuff like that, it just takes the patience. Because what you don't see when you just look at the finished face is all of the back and forth. That went into that, as I messed it up and then had to go back and redo it, and then messed it up again and then had to go back and redo it. So it all just depends on how much time you're willing to put into stuff and how much patience you have with it. Learning your basic painting techniques. So you can already see that's really starting to come to life, that red. But doing it like this and not just, because I've experimented with, even something like a Mephiston Red or something like that. And it's close, but the vibrancy that you get by doing it like this with an ink that's really translucent is hard to beat. Go, there's that red, and I can always come back and pump it up or anything else like that, if desired in the future. So, but that should go along nicely with the red shoulder pads that he'll have. Yeah, I'm glad you said something and that I could kind of show you how that works. Well, it is a little past 11, and so I'm actually going to call it there for tonight. Got some good progress done on these guys, and was really able to get the skin down on these three. Worked on some leathers, all kinds of stuff. So it was fun. Worked on this guy, getting this guy to pop, and the doggo. So, we'll pop back over here to the main camera. Yeah, this was fun. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. I want to remind you that the Discord is always available to you if you're looking for a group of people that are going to encourage you in your painting journey. Maybe people you can learn alongside, who are going to just come alongside you and encourage and teach, then it's a great place to do that. Also a great place just to talk to like-minded hobbyists about really anything. Yeah, I'm going to drop the link to the Discord here. Boom. There you go, check it out. Would love to see you over there. It's growing. I just started streaming, I guess it was a week and a half ago or so. Regularly, I've had I've done commission painting work for a couple of years now, and have had a page, but just really never found the right fit, I guess. And I really just enjoy being a resource and hanging out with people who also love the same hobby, and I don't always get to do it at the local game store. A lot of times I'm here behind my desk painting, and so if I can help a bunch of us build a community where we can build each other up, encourage each other, inspire one another, I think that's huge. So that's what the Discord's for. You can also check out all kinds of other links that are up on the Nightly Painting YouTube page. Thank you so much for being a part of our stream tonight. I see that it looks like we still have 8 people watching right now. So thank you so much for joining in. We'll do another one of these in the next little bit. My guess would either be tomorrow night or Sunday night here in the U.S., probably during that 9 to 11 time frame. So Be on the lookout for that. You can go follow me over on Instagram or Facebook. It's Nightly Painting Studio on both of those platforms. And yeah, thanks so much for hanging out. And we'll see you on the next stream. Peace.